We're here.
Is that something new you added?
Yeah, right. I'm
Oh,
learning stuff, right?
yes.
Hey, there's my woman. Hey, Caro, I love you so much, girl. We're on, we think, we hope. I hope
Yeah,
you guys.
really.
Oh, thank you, Gladys. Yeah, I
We're coming
know.
in.
Oh, yeah, God. Oh, yay, we got
There we
people.
go.
Yeah, hallelujah.
Ta-da! We're on time. These poor guys aren't sitting out there by themselves.
We're
Where
actually a
are
little early.
you?
They have no idea the drama they just missed.
Right. Hey, you guys. Good to finally see all y'all again.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
glad
hey
this is
Vicky. Oh my God, I love you guys. Oh, we got James from Australia.
in Australia,
Alicia,
right?
I love you guys. Thank y'all for joining us again through the perils that
One more time.
the time that almost wasn't.
There you
Oh
go.
my God.
I'm glad
Oh
we
my
kicked through
God.
this. Okay.
See, and now you're live, so you can see the fun things that
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
learned.
See, Kristen's saying hey from Alberta, Canada. Dave says you're his favorite
Oh, thank
ever.
you, Dave. Yay. Oh,
Kim
Kentucky.
is also in. There's New Mexico.
I know, right?
I
Oh
know.
yeah.
See, everybody's. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because they all want to know about our haunted places,
Oh,
and
see, there you go.
I know, right?
It's a
So
good time. Hey,
yeah,
Vermont.
you
Vermont.
know what dawned
That's
on
where I was
me?
born.
We
What's
have
that?
never really officially introduced you.
We did.
No, but I mean, we need to on every to let people know who is other than the my one of my best friends
Yeah.
and the woman who edits Sanctuary and the League anthologies and who writes the Draken amazing stuff. But no, we need to give your official go for it. Oh, Jessica came for
Well,
spoilers.
you've already gone through and said all of that. So I'm Carol Shaughnessy, and I write because you can't do anything else. And because the characters keep talking to me, and so long as they talk, we keep writing. I like because we've been in the military, me and my husband for so long. There are so many stories that are all embedded that have to come out. So that's what I write. Some of them are erotic. I mean, really, we don't close the door.
Yeah, no, she
Sometimes we don't even make it to the bedroom, kids,
yeah,
okay?
no, yeah,
Um,
she get
some of
very
them are
gymnastic
lighter
there.
hearted. Yeah, it's the thing. So that's the kind of stuff that I write, and then that's why we travel together because she's all there and not there. So we kind of split that thing, me and Sherry.
Oh my gosh. My thingy fell off my computer. Hello, that was
What fell
startling.
off?
Oh, the little thing at the top. It's
Oh,
not the
see,
camera,
because
thank
you
God.
want to talk about scary things.
That yeah, and scary things just happen. So there you go. Because for
Jessica
those who
said she
don't
came for
know,
spoilers. I know,
I
right?
know, right? For those who don't know, Carol knows this. My house is actually haunted that I live in. You see all kinds of freaky things here, which I hope Ian isn't listening, or because Ian's doing tech
He's
support
not.
right now with Madaug. That's why they're not here. But no, freaky things happen in this house all the time.
Yeah.
Carol's seen it. Sherry sees it. The other
Oh, yeah.
Sherry.
There
I'm
you go.
not talking third person with myself. One R. One R sees it. No, it's
There you go. One
terrifying,
hour.
right? Oh
Yeah,
my
the old
gosh.
house had a bad thing in it, but we didn't bring it over to this one, so we're good.
We hope.
No,
Oh no.
no, I got rid of that one.
We've got to tell them what happened to us. We were doing a ghost tour in Savannah. You want to take that one?
It slides around into the grotesque. It's just
Charlie, while you're here, you're from Savannah. You know how haunted Savannah is. Carol and I, as a lark, when we were, moving Ian out of school, Carol went with me, thank God, because otherwise I'd been probably still on the side of the road right now. Oh my God, it's Steve Burkett. Hey, y'all who don't know, Steve is the guy who took me to the prom. Hey,
oh
Steve.
my goodness, hi
I
Steve.
know, right? He was my D&D buddy in high school. Mwah. Anyway, so we're in Savannah, Carol and I, and I'm just the tour had ended. It was a very cool little tour,
Yeah,
and we'd gone into a couple of weird things had happened because they always do when Carol and I are together. And I'm sitting there on the trolley thing, my watch. Okay, right now it's like this. I could have that night it was on completely. The baby was playing with it earlier, that's why it's like this. But I had my watch completely done up like that, and it flew off my arm and landed on Carol. That
wow.
was freaky.
it flew off and it slammed into me like somebody had gone through and picked it up and just dashed it down between us. It hit my leg, and I was like, "What are you?" The bench is only this wide to begin with, and I'm broad in the beam, so there wasn't a whole lot of room between me and Sherry, and it was 110 degrees in the
That's
middle of the
true.
night. No air was moving, and we were both sitting relatively still because we were just trying to stay cool. And sure
Right.
enough, it went through, and it was like someone picked it up and just slammed it down between. I was like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, my watch just fell off," and I was like, "What? It's all buckled to your wrist."
Yeah.
And she just picked it up like this, and there was no buckle, there was nothing, it was just hanging there.
Yeah.
So
It was
in that
weird.
instant, they had undone it and then slammed it down between us.
Right. That was weird. So what's the weirdest thing you've ever had, Carol?
I come from a long line of Appalachian witches, so there's not a whole lot.
I
I
come
would
from
have to
Appalachia.
quite
Nothing that
possibly
rhymes with a witch.
that weird doll. And I
Yeah.
never heard of that weird doll.
The
And never seen
mortuary
a horse.
doll.
How can I not see a horse? I've been watching horse racing all afternoon.
Oh, that is true. When we were on the tour, there was this huge rocking horse, and Carol is a huge horse fan. And Ian and I are like, that was the coolest rocking horse we ever saw. And Carol's like, what horse?
I was like, what room did y'all look in that I didn't look in? Like, no, 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 it
I
was right
know. It's
there.
like
Like
we were right
the baby
there.
bed, the dolls. And I was just like, there was no horse there. There was no horse. And Ian was like, yes, there was. Between the table and the two beds was this very big rocking horse. And I was like, oh, no. And I looked into that room twice.
Yes, she did. Yeah.
Who was covering
So
my eyes that I didn't see a horse?
that was weird. That was very
That
weird.
was weird.
Well,
That was a
and
weird
then
thing.
this week I found out when I was getting my hair done, my hairdresser's like, did you know Lake Lanier's haunted? And of course, I've lived in Georgia my whole life. And I grew up here. I drowned in that lake. And I was like, yeah. And that weird. I called up Carol going, guess what? Oh
Yeah.
my God, you won't believe what I just found out. But yeah, I've talked about that, I don't know how many times for, the last 40, 40 something, obviously before I was born.
Yeah.
But yeah,
See?
no, we were on a skiing trip and I was with my cousin who was in the Navy and a friend of his who was a frogman. They were on Liberty. And it was like, and I've told Carol this a billion times, something was strapped to me, dragging me down under the water. It was freaky because I'm a really strong swimmer. And had they not been there, had the frogmen not been able to find me and drag me out and resuscitate me, I wouldn't be here today. I was 14 years old, and that almost ended everything. That was, bar none, one of the scariest things But that being said, the most haunted place I've ever been, believe it or not, is Mount Pleasant, Tennessee. Like Amityville Horror, It sounds so nice, but it's real. And Tish, who's another friend of ours who runs the Pagan Unity Festival up in Tennessee, she was with me. We're doing a paranormal investigation in this house, and it was creepy. The neatest thing that I saw there, though, one of those old iron chandeliers with glass, and that thing, walking in one room, like, yeah, it might be kind of a bust, and I had a weird feeling. And I stepped back and I looked, and when I did, going in a full arc, and none of those globes were dislodged at all. Which, I mean, if you barely touched the stage, things were wobbly. It was, you can ask Tish because she saw it too. Very, very weird. And Jackson wants us to do a ghost tour. You read my girl for LitCon. We are so going to sign up. That was why we did the ghost Savannah, because we wanted to test. We were actually scoping hotel roller coasters, hotel location.
Or the hotel. So, what point did you
Yeah,
walk away from me?
I, yeah. Anyway, so those are what's your favorite haunted place, Carol?
I don't know that I have a favorite haunted place. Um, I mean, we lived in Charleston for a good time with the Navy, and then went to. I mean, we were in Connecticut. We've been in Massachusetts, Charleston, Virginia Beach, where my youngest was born, and we thought we'd retire there, and then we didn't. He jumped ship, and we headed up down here. Um, but they each have a flavor, and they each have their own spirits. I know I grew up in a house with a Civil War soldier, um, who had um, who had pieces of both uniforms on, and he stepped out of my closet one night, and I was laying with my head at the foot of the bed, propped up on my elbows, reading, and I just looked up and I was like, "Ha!" Mainly because he had been in the house, I guess, since we were there, and he had helped my sister not fall down the stairs. He had helped her not fall up the stairs. He unlocked the door when we forgot our keys, so we were kind of young then. He unlocked the door and let us in when we forgot our keys going to school. Um, and I just learned over time that he was young and he realized that he had passed, but he still felt tied here, like there was some message he had to give to somebody, or something he had to, something, just something he had to do, and he couldn't move on until he found the person that he had to give that message to. So that I grew up with that guy. So as weird as that sounds, the spook in my closet, the Civil War spook in my closet.
Right? Yeah.
Hey, Virginia
Oh,
Beach, coming in.
oh, I know, right? I love you guys.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
no, I mean, okay, so my favorite haunted places are always in New Orleans. It's never going to fail. I've got a couple of friends who won't even go to New Orleans.
I haven't spent any time. We were on a cruise ship and it docked, and I walked over to the airport and we got a truck and then we left. So that's as much as I got. And my eyes were pretty much glued to the road. And the people in the back seat were like, "Oh, look at that cemetery!" And I was like, "Do you see these crazy ass people live for your money?" I'm like, okay. So I didn't get to see much. I haven't been there. I do want to go back and go through, because we had to walk through one of the little tour on the bus and this kind of stuff. Took us through the floats.
Hmm.
I was amazed. They're
Oh,
huge
yeah.
and gorgeous
Yeah,
and colors, and I want to go for that.
oh, yeah, yeah. I wish my brother was here. My brother's had a couple of really interesting stories to tell, but I always get the details not correct, and my brother's like, "Oh, that's not what happened, you idiot." So I'm not even going to attempt it. But
Mama
yeah.
always talked about railroad tracks that didn't exist that you could
Oh,
see and hear the
yeah.
train on.
Yeah. My
So
grandmother had stories
Stacy
about
come up
that
with that one.
too,
Ah,
right? Right
yeah.
here in Georgia, she grew up in North Georgia, and my grandmother used to talk about apparently
Mama
where
taught
she
about that in
lived, they had one.
Tennessee.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That seems to be
Yeah.
a common, of course, I hear train tracks here all the time, but that's a real train.
I was gonna say me too, and Air Force Base. So we have the train tracks covered and
That is
taps in the
true.
middle. I mean,
I know,
you get up
right?
early enough, you get taps.
Oh, yeah, I love the we did, Sherry and I did a haunted ghost tour in Salem. That was cool. I love that is my thing for those who don't know. Anytime I'm in a city, I always try to do a ghost tour, 'cause I like to compare them, 'cause, it is so much fun.
If something happens or something doesn't happen,
And, sometimes the stuff that happens is not ghostly.
that kills me. We lived in Chicopee, Massachusetts in the early '80s, and I never made it down there. I
Oh my
never
gosh.
made it over there to go through Salem. I'm
Oh
like,
my gosh.
seriously? So hello,
Okay.
Massachusetts.
I know, right? In Orlando. Okay, now I guess we'll start answering questions, because I've noticed there are a bunch over here. So, okay, load us up with your questions now, since we've been talking about the ghost stuff. I was hoping Maddie would be here.
Does he do ghosty, spooky things? Okay.
No, no, that's what's so funny. I make it through Dothan, Alabama quite a few times a year. I love
My
Dothan.
son's godfather lives in Dothan.
Oh, hey, well, hopefully I'm looking into doing Pensacon. If we can do Pensacon, we'll be near Dothan. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd love to go through and hug his neck. I miss him.
oops, what did I do? I clicked on the
Oops,
wrong
what
thing.
did you do?
I don't know what I did. Oh my
What have you
God.
lost?
There we go. Okay. We are good. All right. Here we go. Watch what I can do now. Oh no, wait, I can't do this. I don't have my, there it is. There we go. No, let me show you the cool thing I can do.
Okay, what can you do?
I
I
said
bet.
that. Okay, watch. Look what I can do down here. This is what I can do with your questions.
Oh,
Uh,
super.
isn't that neat?
That is neat.
I know. I've done a
They're
ghost
called
tour
cool
in West
toys.
Virginia too. Isn't that fun? Okay. So now we can do
I
this with
can
your
get back at the
question.
questions.
I know, right? Oh, here's my favorite one right here. Did you give Ash the same birthday as Bruce Campbell? No, I had no idea.
Oops.
Ironically, for those who don't know, today is Styx and Ash's birthday. This was the day Madaug was supposed to be due. He was born May 9th, so God love my son came really, really, really scarily early. But yeah, no, the reason why Ash and Styx have today as their birthday, it was what Madaug's birthday was originally supposed to be. So it just happens to be Bruce Campbell's. Who knew?
Okay.
I know, right? Okay, here we go. I'm scrolling now.
Okay.
Oh, will there? Oh, here we go. Will there
There you
ever be a
go.
Canadian based DH? Yes, if I live that long. Otherwise, Jack's over here will kick my booty. I should Toronto.
Chances
Send one
are.
to me. If Cameron's on here, I'm sorry, Cameron, but for Jackie, I have to do. So I will be one. My plan. I have many plans if I don't die. Here's
Yeah,
a good
let's
one.
let's hope that doesn't.
I know. Do we finally find out about the ship between Polly and Savitar in his book? Well, I mean, they hate each. She will definitely. What she will do? Oh, I haven't written the book yet, but yeah, I mean, you'll find out all of his relationships with him and Ash and Simi and Savitar has a lot of people. So yes, we will be covering a lot of ground with that. It's going to be thought ahead. It's going to be huge. It'll be even bigger than Ash. You guys are like, if it's not, she left something out, probably. All righty, let's see. I can hide it now.
There you go.
I know, right?
Yeah, Nicole, that's an awesome story. I'm glad you got your baby back.
I think you're ahead of me over here.
Yeah, I think.
It just, I'm going in the wrong
Or maybe
direction.
not Evil Dead on purpose. Portugal's
Yeah.
here.
Oh, here we go. This is a good one to answer. Blood
Oh,
delayed. The answer for that is yes. We did. It just needed more editing time. Major. It's I think a couple of weeks back. It'll be out in August. We're still on though. Born of Blood is coming. Sorry about just everything in my life has kind of exploded. So that was
yeah, it's
yeah.
amazing what happens when you can spend 6 hours on the side of the road waiting for help. Nothing goes right after that.
Yeah.
The whole day and the next day and the next day kind of gets all pushed back and shot.
Right. What is the release date for Savitar's book? I'm trying to find it. I can't hide anything. I don't have that date yet for Savitar's book. I'm waiting for the publisher. We're waiting on a lot of dates for a publisher. So, yeah. And then we have this one.
Ah,
What is Bridget's status? Is she turned into stone in Morgan's garden, or did she break free along with the other Dracomai? Did you love the face?
I bet they love the face.
Uh, hopefully in the next book, but maybe not a book or two, but it's coming soon.
Oh my
I know.
gosh.
I give nothing away. I'm terrible, right?
I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, because Madig would make you give something away.
Oh, hey, Rick, baby, how you doing, sweetheart? Yay. Let's see. Here we go. Carol, you want to read it?
Any chance of us seeing the older dark hunters deal with their now teenage kids? I love the ideal of badass immortal getting sass mouth. Nobody loves sassy kids.
That is coming. There are plans in. So you are going to see some of the kids older. That will be coming up after Savitar. So hang in if I don't die.
Yup.
That's my new
Exactly.
disclaimer now. Oh no, I
What's
forgot
that?
to hide that. Where'd it go? I can't control this out of control. Oh
You were
no.
doing really
I can't,
well with your new toy.
you know, right? Ha,
This
I
technology.
can't find it
What can you
now.
say?
Right? There we go.
Yup.
As we know, stuff doesn't, yeah.
So I think we're up to,
I know, right? Okay.
yeah. It depends on which one you're going to pop up there.
I know. I'm trying to work. We got quiet now. Sherry can't work this. Ah,
Oh, there
well,
you
we
go.
kind of answered this one already. I have had a
I think she
lot
was
of
late to the
paranormal
party.
experiences. That's okay. But yeah, no, paranormal's just freakishly follows me. I don't know why. You go to the beginning of this, when it's over, you can see all going all into that. And then we have, ta-da! Will we ever meet Star? I'm curious since we meet Fang, Fury, and Vane's others. Met her, oh gosh, she was in, the name of it now. The one about Fury. She's in his story. Why can't I remember the name of the book? Oh my gosh, I am senile.
Because you hit the end and then
I
you
know. I
turned it over
just
to the publisher.
exact. No, I titled them after the name of the character. So it's like that was when we argued over, and I can't remember the name that finally went on that. Oh my gosh, somebody remind me, please. But anyhow, yes, she will be back for the wares, but it really there's not been a place we haven't really done a whole lot with her.
And Tracy was here, and
Maybe,
now she's gone to clock
maybe
back in.
soon. Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, Carol, I'm sure you have this too, where you have this grand plan every time you start a book. I'm going to bring in this character, that character, and then they don't show up to the party. You're like, what the heck? Why did you do that?
Yeah, because it wasn't your time to shine. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you think about it and then boom.
I know, right? And here's
Yeah.
one to answer: why Jared fails to recognize his grandson. God, there's a spoiler. Maybe I should have done that
Yeah.
one. Though the big difference is Nick doesn't have control of his powers to the does Matic. There, I will give this a little bit of spoiler. You got to remember, Matic is a god, and he has a whole lot more powers, and he's used to hiding. He was a dream hunter, and the dream hunters have spent centuries and centuries hiding their powers, their identities, and all kinds of stuff from much bigger people. Like so, Matic's real good at covering his. So that's why. That's what's going on with that.
Okay.
Okay, this is hilarious.
Of course.
I like the way you think,
Is
Christy.
that
That's
supposed to be a horror
hilarious.
story too?
I don't know. Hey, you know, wait, in my life a horror story. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
I so want to come down to Australia. Keeps getting in my way. Hopefully, though, if 2024, I will be in Australia. Those are my plans. Carol, you coming?
Well, of course,
Carol?
I wouldn't miss it. I'll start saving now. We
There
can
we go. We're
go.
going to have fun,
I have no
right? Rock
problem.
on.
Yeah. Yeah, I would
That
love
is
it.
our plan.
I really would love it. Unless I
Oops.
take a flight over there and get on a boat and cruise back, then I'll beat
Oh,
you there.
that would be fun.
Yeah, it would.
I would
Yeah,
like
and
that.
see, be in the ocean for all those days and do nothing but write, catch up on all the stuff. No phones.
Right?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
God, yeah, you guys are hitting us with so many questions. They're scrolling so fast.
I know, right?
Shadow of the Moon. Thank you. Vicky for the win. Vicky for the win. Shadow of the Moon is the one
Great.
I couldn't think of. Thank you, thank you. That's Fury's book. That's where Star is. Thank you.
Okay.
There you go. Oh, here's another good one. If it pops up. There we go. Will I ever go back to
Yeah,
the Brotherhood of the Sword?
I ask you this too.
Maybe. I know, maybe. One of the with that is Ariel. Yeah, no, it became a little
Yeah,
touchy, the setting for that
yeah.
series. So, yeah, no, it's yeah, we I don't know. Right now, there are no plans to go back to it. I would like to one day, but we'll see how that goes. Oh, I'd love to go to New Zealand. How about you, Carol?
Yeah. Why not just be there? See it all. I want to see it all. I'm with you.
I know, right?
Mr. See, I'm just looking at the guesses coming in.
Oh, I know. There's so many. Who is my favorite from the DH world? Sue, I can't
Like picking a favorite
answer that.
child.
That's like we were talking about this at Artpreneur. How fun was that?
That was fun. That was fun. I would do that again in a heartbeat.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
And then there's the one question. I see it here. I can't find it on the other side stream. Where did Sin
Uh-huh.
get nicknamed Kip from? Kip is
Yeah.
actually a Ritadarian word, so it's just it's like brother in arms kind of thing. That's where Kip comes from. I know it's not some great mystery. Well, let me tell you this story about how he came. No, it's just from the Ritadarian. So yeah, are we going to? Here we go. Are we
There
going
we
to
go.
see Beth? Well, for the new Sticks and book that that we like, there's more than one of me. It's me and the voices are scary. Um, when I combine the two books together, there's actually going to be a couple more scenes in there with Seth. So for those of you who want more Seth information, it'll be in the new year of Asheron.com. Look, and I can do this. Here we go.
What you
And
got?
my other thing I've learned to do, except I can't spell still, apparently.
Well,
Oh, I really can't spell.
do what you can.
It's that dyslexia.
I know. I
Here
know.
we go. There you go. Year of Asheron. Ta-da! I love being able to do this. This is so much fun.
And I can't see it, so
Oh, I know. Okay, what is the hardest DH character?
there you go.
All, all of them. My favorite book is always just finished writing because it's a
Fresh or
baby.
finished.
Okay, speaking of, my open and nobody's outside my door, and it's not
And Luna
the
didn't come
baby.
in?
No, no, it's not Luna. No, no, the torch is open. No, the door. No,
I believe you.
no, no kidding. This is weird.
I was wondering what you're looking under the table for.
Oh, that's weird. Well, because yeah, I
That's
was
right.
going to be the cat, and I was going to have to get
It is
her,
what it is.
and the door just popped open. It's so freaky weird. Yeah,
That's because that's the way we open this.
this house is so creepy. It got who was it who was over here wouldn't spend the night? I can't remember now. It was one of the kids' friends. It's like, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Really?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Ah, just so cool. You got to meet us. I love that name. Who would I like to play Astro series? Hmm. I don't know. It's weird. Then again, thank God I'm not a casting agent because I always say whoever put Robert Downey Jr. in the role of Stark.
Exactly.
No, what told me it was Tony Stark. I was like, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Yeah, I almost
'Cause
missed it.
I was right.
I
I
was
was
like,
a
no,
big.
nope, I don't
But
think
then,
so.
I mean, God, could anybody else ever play this?
Not anymore.
So I will trust a casting agent. I don't have those skills because I can't. Yeah,
We just use Jason Momoa. He's in a lot of a lot of books. Ash will be in every
right.
scene.
I don't spoiler, but I have a doubt the story of Shadowfall is in a timeline in the past. Uh, Shadowfall does take place ages. It is after it overlaps a little bit with Son of No One, um, but it is in the Middle Ages, and it does relate directly into Shadows, and then Shadows with Jaden's book. So yeah, it's like a trilogy in the middle of Dark Hunter between those three books. Let's see. Here's another one. Turner for this one. I don't remember that one.
Why?
The cowboy.
I
It's
don't
my
know yet.
cowboy.
Oh,
Chest
is
Brady.
he?
Yeah, that's Sundown. Ah, you wound me, Carol. Yeah, no, all of them are in my top 10. My top 10's huge. I have a huge top 10.
If they don't play on Yellowstone, I don't know many cowboys. I
I
mean, I
know,
do. I
right?
remember. I remember.
You don't
I
remember my
remember the
cowboy?
old ones in the black and
I
white
remember
days.
remember those too. My daddy raised me on those. Why is
Exactly.
there a kill Hecate slept with one? Because Hecate's pretty powerful. She'd be a hard one to kill. And not only that,
I've
but
had to go to
Azura's
her before. Just saying.
to what?
I've had to go to her before. I'm just saying.
Right? So
Yes.
killing would be a little hard to do.
Yeah. Let's not do that.
Right?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, they're going so
Let's
fast. I can't get these. I popped
see.
in
This was
there. I was
the
going for
hardest
this.
deed. Right. Did you do that?
I
Okay.
did that one. Will Nick be human again? Was Nick ever really human?
Mm,
Even when he was human,
right.
was he? Guess it depends on which character you ask. Maybe.
Yeah.
But no, I'm hoping to get back. For those who don't know, I'm hoping to start writing the Chronicles of Nick next year. That's my plan if everything goes as I want it to. Um, yeah, that is my. We'll see. I'm hoping because I really do want the Nick books to start coming out again in 2024. That year
Yeah.
just sounds long, doesn't it? Are we
It
really at
does.
that 224? I mean, what? Where did my life go? I was sitting in a
Publishing.
chair writing books. I know
There
this.
you go.
It sucked the soul out of me. Talking about
Exactly.
soul was sucked out
You
of me.
think there'll be any more Dead Men books?
Oh, I wanted there to be, but it's one of those things where the publisher's like, no.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I had my druthers. I actually had one idea for it.
Right.
Yeah, but no,
And then that was that.
I know, right? Oh, will there be another compendium with recipes? The problem with doing that, and we had this with the first one, by the time you write a compendium, it's already out of date.
She's already published beyond. Yeah, she's already gone beyond that.
Yeah, so I would like a writer who's willing to sit down and go through however many books we're in now. Because let's, God love you. I love you
A
guys.
lot.
You have no idea. I love and worship y'all.
It's a very large catalog.
Yeah, we've had a lot of books since. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm transported into the world of the author has created as if I am right there, which I believe is the goal of most authors. My question is, when you write, are you there? Do you feel the rain, the cold, everything your characters are experiencing? I'll let you answer that one first, Carol.
Of course you are. If you can't go through and experience it and put that down on paper, then your reader can experience when they're reading it and playing the movie in their head with every word that you tell them. So you have to, that's when you have to go through and balance what's going on with that with how you're throwing the words on the page to make sure you keep the reader engaged, but to make sure that they're close to trembling or their shirt is stuck to their back to where it's uncomfortable, or however you go through and write that, that reader needs to be right there going, oh, it is so hot. It is so hot. And then they'll start, this kind of thing, get some water, that kind of thing. So yeah, you do. You do
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, and I would say that until I can do that, I can't really write unless I'm there, and that one of the hardest things as an author is to actually, we call it the zone, to get into that zone. And if you've ever interrupted a writer who's in the zone, it's kind of like being a priest in The Exorcist with Reagan or Linda Blair. Like, what do you want? Get out.
Oh, you're a zombie.
Yeah,
You're
I
like,
know,
huh?
right? Yeah.
What? Are those words?
Reagan.
Do I know them? What are you
I know,
talking
right?
about?
And I used to love because my kids always knew if they heard they you could watch them when they were little, going, their eyes would get big and they'd back up. Oh my god! Because I used to tell Ian was the most out of my kids, the bravest. And he's like, but I'm the boo. I'm special. I'm like, yeah, oh boo, I'm gonna scalp you and you on
Oh my
a
God.
wall, child. Get out and get out. I love my children. Why is Alabama the song Ash when he comes into the building? That actually is a personal story. My brother was scary. Speaking of scary, paranormal, well, not paranormal, but scary kind of things. And anyway, so my brother was a bouncer for a while here in Atlanta, and he dated a girl. And anyway, they would do that because my brother was also very jealous. And anyway, he had this insane, well, he had many insane women. But so when they were dating, they would put that on to kind of warn everybody, okay, buddy is in the building. Don't start no crap with his girlfriend and keep an eye on her. Don't let nobody else start no crap with the girlfriend. So I just always thought, as a little kid, it was funny that anytime you went into this little bar and grill, they would start playing that. And when I sat down, I'm like, okay, we got to do this because it's too good not to use.
Oh my goodness, so many questions.
I know. And I like Kathy. That's how I feel when my kids interrupt me when I'm reading. Yes. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, because you get into that zone reading. Yeah.
I know. Don't come at me. I've got more pages.
Who are you and why are you in my house?
I know. You get here. Why are all these kids calling me
That's
mommy? What am I supposed to do with that? All right. I'm trying to there we go. What order of
okay.
writing do you start with when writing? I have been struggling to keep going on a book I'm trying to write because I jump around all the time. I'll let you answer first, Carol.
See, I can't jump around because the story only unfolds as a character is telling me what happens next. Um, so it's I'm constantly linear because this scene and action folds into this scene and action folds into this scene and action. So I can't plot. I can't figure out what's going to happen. And it used to go through and worry me that I wasn't a regular writer, that this would never be like my thing to do because I couldn't do an outline. I couldn't give somebody a synopsis because I never knew how the end was going to happen. So it's kind of, I've worked with a writer who does the same thing, who jumps around. It seems to go through and help if you take a day and find all of the scenes and then line up all the scenes. And then if you let that rest a day and then go back and read all the scenes, then it kickstarts your brain into, oh yeah, that's where I was going with this. Let's go on to this next arc. Let's go on to this next scene. And that might go through and help some of that struggle.
I won't say that I yeah, I won't say I've never jumped around. I normally don't. But especially if I'm on deadline and there's a book due, I will occasionally like put in fight scene here because I don't have it all worked out in my head. And so I will have a big block thing. And my fear is one day that's actually going to be printed in a book. Put fight scene here because I will forget to delete it. And then I move forward, because
You're going to start highlighting it.
yeah, no, I do now. It's like, and I make it, blow the font up so it will not be missed. But and that's what I tell Madaug to do. And Madaug's like, oh my God, it worked because he's been working on his next book. and he got stuck in one place. He's like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, just put fight scene and work all that out when you're in the mood. So trust me, son, somebody is going to make you upset. You're going to want to kill something, and when that happens, go write the fight scene. So yeah, but normally I write very linearly too. But wait on those days when it's the phone's been ringing. It's like, all right, here we go. Yeah, I find that
That
very
might happen later
fulfilling.
tonight.
You never know, right? And then here's another good one. Are we ever going to get a crossover between League and DH? I won't say no to that because my brain worked. I'm never going to write Styx's book. I'm never hate Styx. I'm never. And then my brain went, you know what? Come on, be fair. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So, and now we have Styx's book, and now we got Styx and Ash together in one book. So, yeah, I won't ever say no to that one. Maybe. It would be very interesting. Wait, aren't you a shifter? God, put a Trezani in. Okay. No, oh my God, this would be hilarious. So, the Trezani with Ash, like, oh my God. Wait, okay. We may have a book. I don't
Calm
know.
down with them ideas. Calm down.
I know. I've got, my brain. God, I've had so many ideas lately. It's kind of
Mm-hmm.
terrifying. Yeah. And then we have
No.
my mom wanted to know, will we know more about Rissa than just an Asheron and Styx? Well, in the new one that we did for Kickstarter, and oh, by the way, if you go to Year of Asheron, oh, I can put that back up here.
Because you had that
If
there.
you go to, if you go to Year of Asheron, where we're combining the two stories, there's actually going to be not a couple, there's quite a few new scenes that are going to include Rissa. And for the first time, you're going to get some of the story from her point of view, which we had the journal entries, but really you didn't have her. And that's one of the things that I wanted to do was really get her point of view in there, because I think that we've come to a place in the series where it's more important now to show some of that, which at the time I was writing the book, well, Styx was such a gigantic book. They were screaming at me anyway, cut content, and really they were cut content. So there's quite a few things that I wanted in both books that because of, well, they're sitting over here. Whoa, my cookies are going everywhere.
Well,
Yes,
here's a follow on to that one. Do you think you'd ever publish Rissa's journals?
I have thought about it, but I don't know. I won't say no. I'd have to go back a number of them, but I think it would be more interesting from her point of view, just
To
because she is a real complex character. You
It
know,
just shows how she lived through all of that.
yeah. I mean, you love her and you hate her, but it's what makes her such a dynamic character is
Hmm.
because she had her reason. And when you look again, it's one of those when you look at it through her eyes, what the details that she was given, it's a whole different, and being a woman in ancient Greece was not fun. So there's a whole lot going on that's in my head. We have a saying in writing, author's brain not included. And we put as much as we can in every single book, but there's still so many details. And Carol knows exactly what I'm talking about. You've got so many things that you want, but they don't really move the story forward.
Right.
And when something doesn't move a story forward, we don't usually put it in the book, but we always have those ideas. Occasionally I will sneak one in, like the scene in oh god, it's Night Embrace, where Ash is laying with Marissa on his chest, and my editor was like, "Oh, that cut that whole scene. We don't need it." But I stood firm on that one. I'm like, no, this shows a side of Ash that I thought was very vital. And one day when I write Marissa's story, it become even more in that scene. So yeah,
Hmm. Gotcha.
there's my weird brain. But yeah, if you go to yearofashron.com, we do still have pre-orders, or not the Kickstarter, but we do have pre-orders up for it. So if you haven't gotten a chance to get the combined edition of Ash and Styx, We're still taking orders on it till 1 hour goes, mm-mm. Or Jake, one of them. I'm yeah, I do. Or Kim, or oh, here we go. This is one, and I get asked this one all the time. No, will Remy have a book?
Oh no.
No, I wish. He
Oh
won't
my
talk. He's
goodness.
so. I want to skin a bear and make a bear skin rug out of Remy. Be cooperative. One day I'm gonna write that book though. One day he's gonna. It'll be like Sticks, like Dagger, where I'm just sitting there minding my own business. Okay, we got the story now.
There you go. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just hope it's
That's
not
what we
like
have to do.
Ren, where yeah, like I don't know how many people know this. I was writing Xander's book when Ren came along and said, "I'm much more interesting," and that was not a fun thing you want to do to your editor. Look, I know we've got all this publicity, and we've got all
No.
these plans for this book called Queen of All Shadows, but I'm halfway through it, and this other character showed up. Sorry, they don't like when
There
you
you
do.
go.
Yeah. Are we going to have our party at DragCon this year? That is up to the goddess Regina. Our plan
There
is
you
yes,
go.
but last year we couldn't get the room for it, so that's a scheduling thing for DragonCon. We hope the answer is yes, but that's going to depend on whether or not we have room.
Yeah, really.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But we do have the next Sanctuary is going to be out then, right? That you're editing.
Yep. Yep. It should be out. That'd be a new release come September, in August, September. Yeah. Yeah, just
You
think that's
want to
number 8 in the
talk about
series.
that for a minute? I know, right? You want to talk about that for a minute? I'm putting
You're
you on the
listening.
Carol. Tell them about the
Huh?
anthologies coming up. Tell them about the anthologies.
Which anthology?
The
The
ones
one
you're
that's releasing?
editing.
The ones I'm
The
editing?
ones you're editing, baby.
We are going to go through and release that one on 30 August. It's 14 more fans who've gone through and written some really cool stories. Some of them are funny, some of them are action adventure, some of them are shifters, some of them are human. It's an awesome, awesome. It's another awesome offering from the fans to Sherry. So it's really cool. But 30 August is when that guy's coming out. So make sure if you don't have the first Sanctuary fanfic, then go ahead and set the second one up. So you got the both of them on the shelf. And then we are still collecting for the League and for the next Sanctuary book, exactly, because we want to go through and get with everybody, see what they can go through and do. And you'll have to put in conc edits when you get a moment. I see you have a
Conk,
question. Yep.
conk.
This ought to be.
Oh no! Like just did something funky on me. Oh God, it's
Uh,
oh I can't type.
at Gmail.
Where's the
I know
at?
it's a
There we
conch
go.
thing because I
.com.
love Jimmy Buffett. So there you go.
Well, there you go. And one of the reasons why Sherry can't type is I have a split keyboard and this one is not split. So me typing on board is a disaster. My kids trying to type on mine, they're like,
Wow.
it has no letters and it's broken. How do you use this? It's one I've always used. Well, I answered this one, and then there was another really good one I got to find over
Alrighty.
here. What League books are coming outside of Born of Blood? The next one up after Born of Blood is going to be Ren's book. And what's the name of it? Born of Trouble. I did know this. We're going to go there to do a couple of Trezani. So I'm hoping to do after, because, yeah, coming off of Hadrian's book, it's like, so, yeah, I want to do Trajan's next, or Nero, and then Trajan, if I have my druthers. That's the order I have planned. Characters sometimes do their own thing. So it depends on who ends up in charge. So, okay, there we go. There's the conch edit, right?
Another one? Yep. Conch edits. You got it. So spread the word. We're collecting stories, 5,000 words or less, 8 cents a word. Um, um, it's a straight situation. We're just taking little short stories and putting them all together. from you guys as a
And
thank you to Sherry for creating her worlds. If you want to write,
yep. And then will the combined book of Ash and Sticks be sold in stores or sadly only by special order? Yeah. Mostly because trying to get that into stores being a multi-volume set, they don't tend to they frown on that stuff. They want one entire book, and if you put I mean
uh,
my cup, I love my little milk cup. But yeah, we tried to do this is the added content. So yeah, if you did that into one book, they'd be screaming at us. Oh, I think they have it. I think it's called the Oxford English Dictionary.
and they add a couple to that every year. It just keeps getting
Right?
bigger.
Yeah. So yeah, sadly we won't be able to do that. Whoops. Oh, there. I clicked that by accident, but that works. Hey, here's a good one.
Alrighty.
Or it's slow. There we go. Custodians hate each other, but what about an enemies to lovers story? Maybe you'll learn a lot when we do Savitar. You're actually going to learn the full history of the Chthonians, and I think it's fascinating. But I'm a little partial,
Maybe just a little bit.
a lot of it. And here's one for Miss Carol. Oh no, no, God, that didn't
I
work.
don't think
I
so.
thought that was one for Miss
You were
Carol.
there already.
I
Life is
was
good.
there, and I went back. It was a good question. What can I say?
Right now, we're trying to collect enough so that I know I've got a good book. So we don't actually have a deadline. I would like to get them all sent in, turn around to everybody. So I've got time to go through and work. The next one we were planning in November. Am I right? I had to get the
That sounds
calendar and I don't have it with me. Yeah, it does sound right. Um,
yeah.
for the league, but if we can go through and put if we can go through, if I get Sanctuary first, then we'll go with Sanctuary 3. Um, so as soon as you get them written, go ahead and bring them in, and then we'll go through and pass back and forth. I'll go through and see what we can do the content. We'll go through and make sure everything jives with what Sherry's looking for without, disrupting her entire world. We just kind of get to peek in and do a little bit. So yeah, just get them in here.
Um, Kristen, I'm not 100% sure what you're asking about. That's all the added content. If you're talking about the big thing I just held up, those are the two books before the added content. There's going to be a whole lot more content added as I go through it, and already has been. There are new scenes between Ash and Styx. There are new scenes with Rissa, new scenes with Seth. There's all kinds of new information in the book now that we're further along in the series. Things that I couldn't put in at the time, spoilers, we can go back now, and so there's a ton. You have a lot of different pantheons. Will you ever
Yeah, hop
have
into the
that?
Norse world.
Or, yeah, sorry, got covered up. I was like, what? We, we did some of the North. We did Kiss of the Wolf, and I would like to get back into it because I do like the Norse pantheons. I have not been get to yet that I want to. It is oh gosh, there's so many I want to do. Like, am I ever going to get to? God, I need to live another 100 years to get to all the stories I want to write. It's being pulled. Help me. Yeah. And then here's a good one. Oops, here we go. Can you describe book lovers in Houston? Fun. In one word, it's going to be like care with me. If
Yeah,
we
I'll
can
be
get
there.
Nancy will be with us too. So that
Hey,
yeah, I'm
hey.
hoping. Last I heard, she's going to try to come with us. So yeah, it's
Fun.
all about the reader. The thing I like about book lovers is book lovers like LitCon when we do that next year in October. All about the readers. We as authors, we're there to love you, show our love and we get to spend time with you, which I love regular book signings because I do get to meet y'all there, but we don't get to spend quality time. I mean, you got a couple of
Correct.
minutes and then we're on to the next person. And like I said, I love meeting you guys more than anything, but I like sitting down, talking, really, really getting to know you because that to me is really a quality event. And that's what I love about book lovers. That's what we're going to be doing at LitCon. Anytime I can get
Super.
you guys to turn out at an event, I know that it's going to be more than a book signing where we can actually sit down and have a conversation. Those are the ones that we really, they're so much more meaningful. And that's how like people like Jackie, I met Jackie that way and so many of them. So yeah. And then there was another, oh, let's see. There was a couple more for you, Carol. There's one of them.
Yep, 500 narrow is or no, narrow is 5,000 words or less. I mean, I had a story that was turned in, I believe, on this anthology that was just around 1,800 words, but it was such a perfect scene. I really couldn't pass it up. So she just went through and wrote. It was just perfect altogether. So I just went ahead and took it. It does not have to hit 5,000. If you've got a perfect story or scene that's less, don't worry about having to hit that number. By the same token, if you go over that number, we can go through at Conca Edits and help you go through and trim that down. So it's no big deal. Um, Restrictions: you can't kill any of your characters. You can't change any of their lifelines. You can't change their history. You can do it at any point in time that the Peltiers have opened that bar and sanctuary, and the characters, you can interact with any of the characters that are there and around. So she leaves it pretty open, but she doesn't want, I mean, let's not kill all our characters off because of course that doesn't happen in her real DH world. So we're good.
Please, please.
Yeah, just other than that, there are no restrictions. It would be so helpful. I mean, I can fix it, but it would be so helpful if you can turn it in under Times New Roman on a 12-point font. And then beyond that, good. If you can't set the computer to do that, no problem. Just come on, do. I will fix it. We're good at that. That's what we do.
Yes, she is. Carol is amazing. That's why I love Miss Carol. And
Hmm.
then Chastity wants to know, when is the next stage book out? I don't have a date yet. I'm working with my publisher. I'm hoping to get a date to you guys really quickly. I don't know when Queen of All Shadows is going to be out. So sometime next year.
There you
That's all
go.
I need at the moment. As
I
soon as
hate
I
to
know
butt in.
something.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, I was going to say Nero just asked, are the rules the same for the league? Yes, they are. You got it. Yeah, they're going to be exactly
that
the
one.
same.
I got your back, sister.
There you
I got
go.
your back.
Okay. Yeah, they're exactly the same. 5,000 or less, and then bring them on in. We're ready for them. Anytime you guys are ready to get it done and go. And if you want to submit to both, don't feel that you're cut off. Um, in these two, I have two writers, two fans who have put in two really good stories that tail into each other. One involves Simi and another karate demon, and then one is very, very involved with Megara. So they she's a very big part of their life. So that's however you want to go through and put it. That's great. And if you want to do, like I said, one of each, then no problem. We'll just go through and edit, put it together where it's smooth. You like it, I like it, and we're good to go.
Yep.
Good questions. Good question. Same thing. Let's not go through and kill anybody. Let's not change anybody's trajectory. Let's keep it.
And Monica from Colombia. Hello, sweetie. How are you? We had one for, oh, here. How do we get the books with extra scenes? I'm going to type that in right now. If you go to yearofasheron.com, you'll be able to access the pre-order page. So there we go. And yes, the link is on the site for those who are curious about it. Yeah. I'm getting so good at this.
You are
It
getting
always
good.
took
Boy, it's
forever.
just moving.
I know, right? It
And
took
now that you
forever.
got it all
I did
together, you know we
spell
only
it
have a
right.
couple minutes.
I know, but hey, I spelled it correctly. I'm so happy.
Ta-da!
So, which pantheon has been the most fun for me to work with in my books? All of them. I kind of am afraid though. It's like, what if I tick off some of these gods and they come from that is the fear. No, really, you laugh, Carol.
I do.
That's terrifying to me. I hope they have a sense of humor, please. Please.
Considering the wide, wide world of how everybody else has messed around with him, and there have
Yeah, I
been no
know.
blue bolts from heaven yet, we're okay.
But we're talking my luck. We're talking my luck. You know my luck. You've been around it.
I
Oh,
know
thank
Jack, she's learning.
you, Jackie. I know, Jackie. Uh-huh. Oh, hey, Courtney.
Uh,
Can I update my here, let me get to Courtney's question. Hey, girl, I love her.
there
She
you
has the
go.
best pair of dark hunter boots you've ever seen. I love this woman. Um, yeah, you will anybody who goes to the pre-order site or who did the Kickstarter, you are before we ship anything, we will verify addresses because we want to make sure you to you. Absolutely. Because I don't want it, especially because we're talking thousands and thousands of things that could come screaming back, and I don't want my mail. So, and you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, considering that I'm already on his blacklist, I don't want to make it any worse. So, yeah, yeah, we try to be kind to him. And then, are they going to be available after Kickstarter? Alyssa, they are right now. If you go to yearofasheron.com, you can still get them and pre-order them. I don't know how many we're going to have. We're doing these in batches, so we've got one book coming out every 3 or 4 months, and we're placing orders for them. So we may not have a mass set. We're going to try and order some extra copies, but I don't know how many we're going to be able to order. So the best thing is if you're looking to get one, please get those pre-orders in. You still have a few weeks. I think maybe even 2 months. I need to get with Jake and find out. But yeah,
Okay.
please get your pre-order in. That's going to be the best way to guarantee that you get a full set of them. So yay!
Okay. Sherry Lynn is on. She went through and contributed, I believe she contributed 2 stories.
Who?
Was that
Wait.
you, Sherry? Sherry Lynn Marine.
Oh yeah, hey baby
Marine?
girl. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
she
for
said
those of you,
hello.
your books are finally coming to you. I'm sorry
Yeah,
it
yeah,
took so long. So yeah, I am
yeah,
so
there you go.
sorry about that. Um, and I'm
So
gonna
many.
answer where's this one real quick because
I
we
jumped
are
again.
sadly out of time, I know. Here we go, this one, and it's gonna be a big one. It'll probably cover my face. No, it didn't.
No, you're good.
Shouldn't they know she's a polymy and trapped in Colossus? We're going to answer that question in an upcoming which book is it? It's not is it Queen or Jade? The books are beginning to run together in my head now. Um, So yeah, we are going to be answering that in the next couple of books. So I don't want to give any spoilers, but there is a really good reason. I'm going to get back to that. So I want to answer that, but I think you would enjoy it more when you read it and go, oh, oh. So yeah, but gosh, there's still so many questions we didn't. Nadia just came in, baby girl at the end. Welcome, welcome to the chat. But I love you guys. New things that we have coming up. What's next on our schedule? Do you remember? We've got, we've
Are we
got
going to
my
Houston?
brain. We're going for book lovers. We'll be in Maryland for
Yeah,
C3. We've got
yeah,
DragonCon coming up.
right.
You're going to London without me.
I am. Books on the beach. Jump
Books
over
on
that.
the
Jump over that.
I know, yeah, because what am I going to do for a month without you? We've got multiverse. Yeah, Nancy's going to get so sick of me. I'm going to get thrown overboard here, even though I do have
I know,
water.
right?
Uh, there's multiverse here in Atlanta that we'll be doing. Ram, and what else? Oh, Grundy, Virginia. I forgot what it's called. Oh my goodness, she's
You
going to
what?
kill me. Teresa, don't. The Grundy. I hope you're good with. Or please tell me you're not in London. The Grundy, Virginia. I assume you're going with me, Carol.
Yeah, I will. That's in November, though. You said,
It
girl.
no, Grundy's comes August.
Oh, we have anything in August?
Jim,
Oh,
I
we got
want
Houston.
you
I know, right? He just put anyway. He's going to bed.
Okay, here we go. I'm looking. This is
Oh,
a handy
good.
dandy little. I have the sum of all human knowledge, and I'm not using it, which is what I get
There you
on my
go.
children for, right? Okay, let's see. It is. It'll be the 4th, 5th, and 6th, or no, 5th, 6th, and 7th of August. I didn't tell you you're going with me to this.
You did not, but that's okay.
It's the weekend before PLC.
And where's it
Yes,
at?
Carol, you're coming to Grundy, Virginia. It's a
Okay.
library. It's a
Oh, cool. I love
librarian
libraries.
event. Fan. So yeah, I will be
Yeah, that'd
Nadia.
be
I am
awesome.
coming to Houston in August. I just had it up. It is August. We're doing Book Lovers August 11th through the
That's
14th.
Yep, 11 to
So
the
yeah, yeah.
14th.
And if you guys want to see, if you go to my
Yep.
website, SherrilynKenyon.com, look what I can do, and I hopefully can type my name. Yeah, I have, I
Maryland
think,
is proms, creatures, and what?
uh,
Proms,
creativity,
creatures, and
creativity.
creativity. Yeah, there you go.
Mhm.
That's what we're going to in
But
Maryland.
yeah, if you go to my web, I should have all the. So I know for a fact they're all on Facebook, so hopefully they're listed here too. So there we go. Oops, there we go. And with that, we have had a lot of fun.
And
Oh, I have
everything
missed
worked.
y'all.
Ah.
I know, yeah, really, for once. Miracle. So thank you guys for coming and joining us for an hour, and hopefully we will see y'all next week.
There you go.
Double
I was
checking.
going to say, it would reach for the phone. Yeah, I have nothing planned. I'm free. We're good.
Yeah.
You got this. Come on.
Okay. No, I've got fan chat on here. Yeah. The only thing I have
Okay.
next week's fan chat. Anyway,
Hey,
thank you
super.
guys so much. We've had a lot of fun, and I hope we get to see you
Yeah,
next
thank you.
week. We'll figure out our topic and we'll Facebook. But anyway, thank you guys for spending
There you
time
go.
with us.
It'll sneak up on you. Surprise.
I know it's
Yeah, have a good night or a good morning wherever you are. Love y'all.
absolutely. Yeah, I'll take care. Mwah.
Mwah.